When I first started working in Sweden over 12 years ago, I honestly thought something was wrong. People would stop working twice a day to have some coffee. In meetings, you say something, and then silence. People were talking to their manager like, dude, you're tanked. That literally means you, I was thinking. So it feels really informal, almost a bit rude. So if you're not used to it, it can feel confusing, and sometimes even a bit uncomfortable. And it's not that anything is wrong, it's just very different from what many people are used to. Especially if, like me, you've worked in places where things are more structured, where the hierarchy is clearer, and things move faster. The expectation around work here in Sweden can feel quite different at the beginning. One classic thing here in Sweden is fika. You're in the middle of work, and suddenly people just stop. They go for coffee, and sometimes with some crisp bread on the side. They sit down, start talking, and no one seems in a hurry to go back. I remember thinking, wait, aren't we supposed to be working right now? But after a while, I noticed that fika is not really about the coffee. It's a social moment where you get to know your colleagues better. That's when I started realizing this way of working is quite different from what I was used to, and it wasn't just fika. One of the things that stood out for me was meetings. You present an idea, and then silence. No one reacts, no one interrupts, and you start thinking, was that a bad idea? Did I say something wrong? But actually, people are just thinking. In Sweden, silence is often part of the process. And then there is communication. In some places, feedback can be very direct. But here in Sweden, it's often softer. So instead of saying, this doesn't work, people might say, maybe we can look at this in another way. And if you're not used to that, you might miss the message completely. Another thing you notice quite quickly is decisions can feel slower. You talk about something in one meeting, then again in another meeting, and sometimes another one after that. And it can feel like nothing is being decided. And you might think, why is it taking so long? But what's actually happening is people are making sure everyone is on board. So when the decision is made, it usually sticks. There is also this idea people call lagom. Not too much, not too little, just the right amount. And you can feel that at work. People don't try to dominate conversations. They contribute, but in a balanced way. And if you're from a more competitive environment, this can feel quite different. Something else you might notice is how people handle time off. If they're sick or need to take care of family, they take that time. And there's a system that supports it. And if you're used to always feeling you have to be present at work, this can feel very different. Another thing that surprised me was summer. It's completely normal for people to take 4 weeks off, or even longer, in a row. Emails slow down, meetings disappear, and sometimes it feels like the whole workplace just shuts down. Many locals spend their summer in a summer house in the forest or on an island somewhere in Sweden. At first, I remember thinking, what am I going to do with 4 weeks off? I'm definitely going to be bored. But after a couple of years, I started to appreciate it. Because a long holiday like that can really help you relax and recharge. So at first, it can feel like things are slower, less urgent. But over time, you start to see it differently. It's not about working less. It's about working in a way that people can sustain long term. In many cases, people are not expected to show that they're busy all the time. They're expected to deliver, but in a calm and consistent way. So if you are new to working in Sweden, it helps to adjust your expectations a bit. Not every silence is a problem. Not every delay means something is wrong. It's just a different way of working. And if you're navigating this and not sure how to adapt, I've opened a few free one-to-one sessions. You can find the link in the description. What feels strange at the beginning often makes sense once you understand it.